for those who have attended last week, you would know what is Scotch gambit and what is the main line of Scotch. For those who haven't, after e4, e5, the Scotch game. After d4, when black takes, when white does not take in place bishop c4, that's what we call the Scotch gambit.
Sir, we learned this on Thursday only.
You learned this on Tuesday. So tell me the move that you would play for black. That what you need to focus, you don't have to think about. What we learned this time, that time, you know. What is the move? That's what you have to focus on. Move is on my face, is it? Look at the board, try to find out, Srinik.
Sir,
No need to raise hands, guys. Let's
d5.
d5. That is why we are learning it, so that you can understand things properly. So instead of saying I've seen it, I've seen this, try to focus fully in the class. Neerav, what is the move that you will play?
Sir,
here?
knight f6.
Yeah, the correct move here is knight f6. And that we saw on Thursday. So that time also you're not paying attention, now also you're not paying attention. That's what it means. Okay, so here there are two moves that white can think about. Vishnu, what are they?
Sir, e5 and knight into d4.
Knight into d4 is not really good. Then black will just take one more pawn and it will be pawn up for black.
Sir,
So e5 and we had
sir,
two moves for white to think about. Calm down, Neerav. Yeah. Castling and e5, it will lead to two very different positions. This is what we call the main line of Scotch gambit. After e5, what should black do here, Srikanth?
sir, d5.
d5. All this is theory. If you don't play d5, you are in a worse position. On Busan, then bishop just takes back. You're down. How many pawns, Srinik? What is black up by after takes? Or right now, what is black up by?
So, pawn.
So if you simply exchange, black is a pawn up. You can't take back because discovered attack will be there. So you can't take back the pawn. So this is why when we are learning something, you should be fully focused on it. Because we saw this last Thursday itself. After d5, what is the main move, Neerav?
Sir, after d5,
White plays.
white plays. Sir, pawn takes f6.
Okay, so if you get this position, you will play pawn takes f6. Wait, what will you play for white?
Bishop b5.
Okay. Pawn takes f6 is a terrible lost position for white. That's what we learned on Thursday. So we have to at least revise what you see. Just because you saw it on Thursday, you will not learn the opening. After you go home, you have to revise what you learned. So you have to take that effort to understand the opening. Otherwise, you will just lose games. This is just a lost position for white. Black will just take here, it's just great for black. Yes, Vishnu?
Sir, can you move one move back?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Here can white play knight into d4?
Knight into d4.
So it's not a blunder.
So why don't you save your bishop and then play knight into d4?
Sir, knight into d4 is a blunder, right?
Because
What if d takes c4?
d takes c4, pawn takes knight, and then
Then
knight takes
No,
knight.
sir. I'm telling first.
Knight takes d4.
Yes, sir.
I take your bishop.
Then you take the knight. Yes,
You
sir.
take the knight.
No, yes, sir.
I take the queen. You take back. I take and you take. You will just be one pawn down, and your king cannot castle. This is not what you want. When you have a much
Sir,
better
we
option.
have one point now.
How are you not one pawn down?
Now,
How many pawns does white have?
because.
So that pawn is gone. So when you have a much better option, why would you go for knight into d4? Let's go back. Bishop was here. Where was this guy? Here. Where was this pawn?
Sir,
So this is the situation. This pawn is here. So this is the situation, right? Okay. So after e5, black plays d5, and here the main move is bishop to b5, saving the bishop. Now what should black do behind Gajria?
so bishop to b4.
Bishop to b4 check. That's possible. It's not the main move played because c3 takes. Okay, you're up a
So
pawn.
c3, but
You're-
then c3 then oh yeah.
Pawn takes.
Yes,
You're
sir,
down
but
a pawn.
But
So
then it will be double attack. Both the pieces are attack.
which
The
two
knight
pieces?
on f6 and the bishop on.
Oh yeah. So bishop b4 will be bad because c3 is a problem. Takes and takes. Your bishop is hanging, your knight's hanging, you'll be lost. Good point. Very good point, Vishnu. So what should black do, Srikanth? Anybody? Nobody.
So knight. So d7.
Terrible, no, Srikanth. You're
Sir,
blocking
sir.
out everything with knight.
Sir.
Bishop can't get out. Your
Sir.
knight is bad. Everything is bad. Nirav.
So knight takes e5.
Knight takes e5.
Wait, no. So
Legal move. Yes, Vishnu.
So queen e7.
I'll just castle, mister.
So knight
You're
is hanging.
making your position. Okay, knight is pinned by queen e7, but I'll just castle.
So after queen e7, isn't there just knight takes d4?
Okay, this knight takes, then queen takes pawn. Now, why do you need to complicate? Just simple castle.
So
Enjoy the position.
So then we just play knight e4. So
Knight?
Knight e4.
So then why did you play queen e7 then?
What?
If you want to save a knight with knight e4, what is the use of blocking your own bishop and taking your queen out into the game? So this is called unnecessarily creating problems for yourself.
To pin the pawn.
And are you getting the pawn?
No.
Then what's the use of queen e7 then?
To pin the pawn.
So this is called unnecessarily creating problems for your own position with queen e7. Just knight e4. I am shocked that we have seen this exact position. At least 4 people or 5 people have seen this out of the 6 people here. That too last Sunday
Sir.
and Thursday.
I have a lot of things in my mind.
Okay, fine, Thursday. And nobody remembers.
Sir, I have a lot of things in my mind.
Your opponents will play it. I can guarantee you this. When you play in rapid tournaments or even classical, you will face Scotch gambit.
Never once.
And that time you will
Never.
regret not putting
Never.
any
Never.
effort into
Never.
understanding the opponent.
Never.
Yeah. It's all
Sir,
never.
I have faced-
Nobody will know, na?
So someone did fried liver against me and then they played knight to d4.
I have faced more.
Which you know very well.
Sir,
Okay.
I have faced more amount of blackburn shilling gambits in tournaments than Scotch gambits in
Yes.
tournaments.
I can guarantee you, if you play, let's say, 3 tournaments in the next 6 months, let's
Sir, I've only
say,
played
you will definitely face Scotch
I've
gambit.
not even played Scotch once in my life.
Yeah, right.
Scotch gambit.
And how many
Yeah. You
times-
never face Scotch gambit in your life.
Yes, sir.
Nobody believes you.
So actually, sir, you cannot play that. Yes, sir.
On chess.com, all tournaments, you have never faced Scotch gambit.
No, sir.
Okay, time to break our Vishnu's sleeves.
Vishnu has
You
really-
can play Scotch gambit.
Not Scotch gambit, Scotch. Not Scotch gambit.
So Virat, so someone in my school, his name is Virat, and
Virat
he
Kohli?
played. No. He played Scotch against me.
And when you died.
See, he plays. He didn't play Scotch gambit.
It's called Scotch game, not just Scotch. Scotch can also mean Scotch gambit.
That moment of truth is arriving.
E4. Queen at the
C4.
bed.
Yeah, no, wait.
Now you need to be quiet. Calm down, please.
Yeah, wait.
Let's see which make you right.
Wait. Wait. Still wait. Still wait. Still wait.
When you play chess for enough number of years or time, then you will of course face Scotch gambit. There is no way to avoid it.
Sir,
So
I
simply
understand
saying this
that.
and that will not help you. So if you are just avoiding reality if you're doing that. We just saw that.
Sir, I
Now-
can't even believe that Vishnu plays chess.
So, because you guys don't want to learn the Scotch gambit, we will not go deep into this. This is once you face it in your tournament games or you face it enough in your online games, then we'll go deeper into this. Till then, we will not go deeper into this. We'll just understand the basic things. So after bishop to b5, after knight e4, white will take back, and bishop will come to d7, and everything is defended, and the game goes on. This is the basic main line of Scotch gambit.
So that's it.
What else? Now the other side. Let's go back.
Scotch bomb?
Yeah.
Scotch bomb is when you take. So I played Scotch bomb.
No, it's when you castle.
What is Scotch bomb? Sir, in the last game.
Now let's focus here, not last game. This
Scotch
game.
bomb is
So
when you-
E4, now please be quiet. E4, E5, knight out, D4, takes, bishop C4. What's the main move here, Shrenik?
So knight F6.
Okay. Now instead of E5, which is a more popular move, white plays, yeah, we hand get you,
Castle.
castling,
Oh.
allowing black to take the pawn, and black should take. If you get scared and chicken out from taking the pawn, you will get a bad position because white will play E5 with a better position
Sir, but
after castling.
So if black takes, then rookie one.
So it's bad.
So
So it's bad. Just because knight takes rook e1 is bad.
Then
D5.
Then bishop D4. B5.
Bishop?
Bishop D3.
Bishop D7.
Bishop D3.
Bishop D5. Bishop D7.
Huh? Bishop D7.
There's no threat.
Then 92. You don't have pawn.
You are down 2 pawns.
No, no.
Then you need to count properly. How many pawns do you see for white right now, Vishnu?
7.
And black has?
8.
So after knight takes pawn, you have 2 pawns down.
Yes.
So you need to count properly. So here, if you don't take, it's a bad position. So black will take if you remember the opening. Otherwise, you will just get scared and not take. After rook e1, black will play d5 and not bishop d5 or bishop d3. That's just a pawn down position. White will play bishop into d5. And after queen takes,
Knight C3.
knight c3, and white will get back the piece. Black will play?
Queen A5.
Queen A5.
Yeah, good. That you remember. Good.
So I will answer that.
Queen a5 is also fine, but queen a5 is better because you keep an eye on the rook. So this is again the basic line.
So this rook takes, right?
Rook takes or knight takes.
So
Rook
rook
takes,
takes.
bishop e6, you will have to move your knight because
Yeah.
it's attacked. So it's better to take with a knight actually.
Okay.
The threat of discord attack is usually stronger than a check.
So double attack checkmate is also.
What will black play?
Sir.
It's just a fake threat. It's not really a problem.
It's a threat.
It is a threat, but it's just a very small threat, nothing big. What will black play right now? Wait.
Bishop D4. So what if black falls for the discord
Uh-huh.
attack?
Opponent is threatening a nice discord attack and you are saying, please go
Bishop
ahead.
E6.
Okay. Bishop b4, what is the problem by the way?
So there's checkmate.
Where? Where is it?
Knight F6. Knight F6 and then
King
rook.
d8.
Rook E8.
Rook it is a blunder. No, rook will take it now. You have to be careful there. What is
Sir, Knight F6.
knight f6, king d8?
Sir, Bishop G5.
Bishop g5, are you... Bishop g5, bishop takes rook?
Oh.
Is that really a big threat? Or
Bishop
maybe.
G5 is a check.
Anyway, so you have at the very least...
Knight will be
Okay, now, so bishop e4 is unnecessary. We just stop the discord attack by playing bishop e6 or bishop e7. And then you castle long and you keep the pawn for now. But white should be able to take it at some point. So here, for example, white will play... Now you cannot take, that's how you blunder. There's a reason why we played queen a5. Not castle, queen a5. Rook is hanging there. If you play knight takes, I'll just take the knight. So you can't take. So you have to play knight g5. If you want to get back your pawn, you got to play knight g5 and win that pawn. This pawn you can't take. Black will castle and black will keep the d pawn. You will get the e pawn.
Sir, you can't.
Why not?
No, you will play knight F7. Knight is fork.
Knight?
Knight F7.
1% at a time, knight?
Knight F7 fork.
Where knight f7?
is there. Sir, before. Bishop is there.
Before the bishop was sitting on e6, now how will you play knight
No,
f7?
sir, before that.
Before that, what bishop is sitting on e6?
Sir, can you just move up? I just want to.
Bishop is here.
Oh.
King was here. Pawn
Sir, can I
was
go to
here.
washroom?
Yeah, sure, anytime. Knight was here. This is where we castled. So where exactly is the fork?
Okay.
Ah.
So
So
now if the rook takes. Yes, sir, rook takes bishop.
rook takes bishop, pawn takes, and then
So then knight F7.
okay. So you're getting back your exchange.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At what cost?
For exchange.
So you're just giving an exchange, getting an exchange, correct? So are you getting back the pawn? Why are we playing knight takes bishop to take back the pawn now? We're not trying to do circles, give an exchange, take an exchange. That's not the point. We are trying to get back the material.
Give an exchange, take
So-
an exchange.
Knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes
Rook
is the
takes,
main move.
bishop
Now
takes,
black
knight
will
takes.
play bishop e7 and the game
Queen
continues.
takes, pawn takes.
Now bishop will come to f6. It's comfortable for black, but white will
So how
also
is it
have.
comfortable for black?
Because I have a nice under pawn.
So,
So that's why
rook
it's
takes
com-
on 6th rank, sir.
What
So
will
you
you do on the 6th rank? You should not.
What will I do on the 7th rank then?
Did I say 7th rank?
Did you say 6th rank?
You said 6th rank.
You said 6th rank.
So just because the rook is sitting on 6th rank doesn't mean it has special powers.
It does.
It doesn't have anything.
It does.
This is a better position practically for black because you have a nice
Black
center
is better.
controlling pawn. King is maybe safer. Okay, fine. King pieces
is
are more
tucked
active.
off.
Pieces are more active for
Yeah,
black.
Exactly.
So
Hasn't
engine will say 0.00 for this position.
Point?
0.00 equal. But
0.00000000.
practically it looks feels better for black. Anyway, so once you come to terms with the existence of Scotch gambit, then we'll go deeper into the lines. Until then, this much knowledge should be enough because you're anyway going to mess it up.
Yes,
You will
I
play
see.
something or the other in between and forget the lines unless you revise these lines, which I don't know if you're going to do.
Sir,